life flash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Seminoles will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Georgia Tech's offense will get the football first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that's the first sack of the day, but I'll tell you what, this team's been doing it so far throughout the season. They're in the top 10 in sacks for a reason. They pin their ears back, and they get after quarterbacks.
The Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He'll do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the sack all the way back at the 5. And the Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Seminoles offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of ballers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. And after making the interception, a terrific return to put his offense in great field position at the 42. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Yellow Jackets headed quickly to the line.
Not the start the offense wanted to have. They had to punt the first time out. And here on the opening play of their second drive, they're going backwards. They're going to run the football. These big guys up front, they've got to do a better job.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Turning it on! He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. Gets it past the marker. It's a running room. He's at the... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they did tack on the extra point. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Brown has it. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that state.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Might as well stick with him. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
With the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Noles! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Going right to work up top. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. There he goes. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Yellow Jackets want to crank the tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week, this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. They'll go to the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved. And the defense got to get out and get you a stop, but this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Florida State. Back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. It's complete to the right. At the 45 on his way. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete on the right side. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script, almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Alabama looks like a legit title contender right now, which they kind of do every year, but man, this offense is rolling. They're up by 17 over Minnesota. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Oh, better look out! Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice game. The Yellow Jackets want to move quickly.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload.
There he goes. Past the 20. He's a touchdown. Georgia Tech. And once he found open space, the band might as
his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. The run to the right. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Flying down the right side. At the 30. 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defense all year long.
28, Georgia Tech, 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Sets up the screen. Breaks into the open. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it down the left. Open spaces. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Noles! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Makes the grab. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll try the right side. Runs through the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That's reeled in, it's Brown. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
And I tell you what, you see this a lot. 4th down, I'm putting pressure on the quarterback. The defense brings the blitz. They have no answer. Nice job being aggressive on a big 4th down.
Wide open downfield. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's got it on the move. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Touch pass on the run. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They want to run this quarterback. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused, made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Out of the end zone. He's out of bounds at his own 15-yard line, looking for running room and couldn't find much on that return. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys. Looks like we've got a great game day atmosphere today in Atlanta. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Now, to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Got the first down and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
They think there's room to run to the right here. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. Hauls it in. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around in the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third and long. He might want another play. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And they finally get to this guy, and he's electric. He's dynamic. He can make plays with his feet and scramble around, and I think they got used to it in the first half, and now, if they want to win this football game, they got to continue to catch that fast joker and get him on the ground.
He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. The Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Back to pass on second down. Caught. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man on the right. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll try the right side. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Oh, he's got... Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Blasted as he lets it go. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Quick pass on the jet motion. Into the house. Touchdown, Florida State. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Looking to throw. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. The quick out. Touchdown, Noles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
How about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
And the Yellow Jackets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Rush is on him. Got it in the middle. It's Stoneburner. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Let's go! Let's go! Caught in the backfield. It's Stoneburner. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of... Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out. Everybody right now on the same page.
Turning it on. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Noles now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They've been running it, but now the pass. Zings it complete to the right. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The Seminoles have their offense in high gear. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got the back over the middle. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got his man quickly. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
And with that pass right there, dude, he goes over 350 on the day. Nice performance. This QB's been dialed in.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Wants to throw it. Pressure coming. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And That's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
The throw to the outside is complete. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
They're going to have Noel Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Running to Green. There he goes. Huge play there into plus territory. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And the Yellow Jackets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. It is perfect. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this 4th quarter and get them the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. All wideouts, no backs. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of proven, like, listen, they're worth the ranking. They're probably going to continue to climb up the charts handling their business early in the season against a pretty dang good team.
And I think at the end of the year, when the committee's meeting together and they're deciding which teams are going to reach the playoff, this is a game they're going to point back to. Hey, we wanted to find out more about them against a good opponent. They won the game. They took care of business. This was impressive today.
Second down, he'll throw it. They're working that left side. Breaks into the open. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And the Noles with the 1st and 10. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it, using his legs to buy some time. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Throws to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. It'll be 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports.